Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you guys that are new, welcome. My name is Pinky, and teaching you witchcraft and tarot is what I do. For those of you guys returning, welcome back, my loves. I did decide to come on here and do a live because we've been a bit backed up in the monthlies as well as the love reading since last month. So I'm here doing the month of April. I know, like I said, we're a little bit behind. If you guys are interested in any personal services, you can find all of those on the description link below. So I'm going to get into it. I usually wait for more people to join, but I am a bit on a time crunch as we do have other appointments. So I'm going to get through this as quickly as I can. If you guys catch the live, great. If you don't, you can always watch it whenever you have time. So like I said, if you guys are interested in any personal services, feel free to click the link below. You'll be able to find our Shopify on there. Could you guys let me know, please, if you guys can hear me so that I can continue? Let me know in the comment section if you guys can hear me. If you guys can let me know if you can hear me so that I can proceed to the monthly reading for all zodiac signs. By the way, if you guys don't follow my TikTok, I highly encourage you guys to follow me on there, as I've been going a little bit more live on there doing free one-question readings. Let me know if you guys can hear me, please. Misha, yes, I am live. Oh my goodness. Melissa, hey baby, how are you? I'm so happy you're able to join on the live. I'm going to try to be doing more lives on here. But like I said, if you guys don't follow my Snap, I highly encourage you guys, as I've been going on there a little bit more often, doing one free question readings. Awesome. Thank you so much for letting me know. All right. So I'm gonna time crunch. Like I said, if you guys are interested in any services, you can find all that on the description link below. Let's get it going. Let's see what your sign can expect for the month of April 2025. We're going to begin here with Aries, as it is Aries season. For those of you guys that are Aries out there, brightest of blessings. Melissa, I'm too old to have Snap. I meant TikTok. Sorry. I have Snap too, though. Girl, you need to go on there. Snapchat, I usually use it more for like what's happening behind the scenes on my personal life, basically. But TikTok, yes, I've been doing readings on there for free. So you guys can go and join there. And girl, there's no such thing as being too old, babe. All right, let's get it going. Let's see what is unfolding for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of April 2025. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. If I go quiet for a bit, is because I am keeping an eye on a few candle workings that I'm doing for clients right now. So Melissa, highly recommended for spiritual service. Oh, thank you, baby. All right, let's get it going. Aries, let's see what is going for Aries, what you can expect for the coming, or for this month, actually. All right, we're starting off here with the Chariot, the Eight of Cups, Page of Pentacles, the Justice, Two of Pentacles, and the Strength card. Aries, I see you guys really debating whether to walk away from a situation. I feel like you guys are feeling a lot of pressure right now, especially with as we prepare to the full moon, right? That it's going to happen in Libra, which was in your axis. So there is a lot of changes that are happening within you right now, Aries. And I feel that this is like fortifying and strengthening who you are as a person. And there is a need to evolve. So you may feel like there are certain situations or even people in your life that you're trying to debate, or maybe kind of internalizing, should you walk away, should you cut those ties. I do want to highlight here, though, it's going to be very important for you to make rational decisions. And what I mean by that is, don't be led by your emotions. I feel like your emotions are a little bit on the vulnerable aspect right now, and it could be as simplistic as someone giving you advice and you take it personal, right? You take it personal and you take it offensively. It's important to make decisions of who to cut off your life and who to continue those connections with based on a cold head. So again, don't let your emotions get the best of you. I do see you guys making a decision. For some of you guys that have been dealing with people in regards to love and romance where it's been a bit unstable, I feel like you're getting out of that energy of the fear of failure or the fear of taking a shot or taking an opportunity. And I actually do see you guys making the decision to take it to the next level. Basically, there is almost this desire, and more specifically for those of you guys that are dealing with like casual connections, I feel like there's a fear that's been holding you back, but you've been feeling this connection and that person's been feeling the connection as well. I feel like by the end of this month, you're making the decision to take it to the next level and see where it goes. And I do see, like I said, I feel like it's reciprocated. The energy, the involvement, the emotional connection, it is reciprocated for sure. But I feel like both of you guys may be very guarded. So again, I see it progressing as the month continues. Okay. All right, my lovelies, wishing you guys the best. Moving on here. Let's see what's going on with Taurus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is unfolding for you, Taurus, out there for the month of April 2025? We got cards flying out. Here we go. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Yeah, Melissa. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What are the messages that they need to hear? What is it that they need to know? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Here we go. All right. Let's see what is unfolding for you. Yeah, the Eight of Swords, the Eight of Wands, Three of Pentacles, the Emperor. Wow. You guys have amazing cards. Taurus, I do want to advise you guys need to get out of your head. I see you guys overthinking and overanalyzing. You may be dealing with a situation that is connected to like the past or something you've been dealing with the past 2 months, where there is a feeling of frustration or a feeling of like not having control, but you actually have much more control than you think. I feel like you are kind of enslaving yourself to the fears of what may come instead of focusing on the outcomes that you're looking for. And the reason I say that is the Eight of Swords always indicates to me when we're kind of caging ourselves in the state of mind of anticipating the worst. When you have the Eight of Wands and the Three of Pentacles, which is expressing your emotions or being free to express your emotions and it being well received. So if you're talking about dealing with people or communicating and you feel like you need to hold back or you feel like you can't stand your ground because you'd rather not argue or you'd rather not, ruffle their feathers or whatever, what they're telling you is that you need to speak up. You need to really, stand your ground in certain things because you're not coming from like a mean-spirited type of energy and it will be received or they will understand your perspective. So again, you have beautiful energy. Not going to lie, the middle of April and the end of April is going to be very beneficial for a lot of you guys. I see a lot of momentum happening in your career, in your finances. I see you guys getting much more attention. The Ace of Wands with the Empress is all about, taking on new opportunities or being even spontaneous in the sense of, like I said, not overthinking or overanalyzing, but really taking on the opportunities that present themselves. It's almost like the Ace of Wands is indicating to me that there's going to be a lot of new projects, a lot of new beginnings coming to you guys. And all you have to do, Taurus, is sit back and look pretty. What I mean by that is you don't have to try very hard to make those things happen or to allow those blessings to come your way. You just got to be on the receiving mode, right? Be open. Tell yourself whenever you wake up early in the morning, universe, show me how great it can be. Show me how great and easy it can be. Make it a habit, make it a ritual. And I assure you, you're going to see a complete turnaround, even where you feel right now at this point in time that you are a bit stagnant or that you feel a little bit stuck in certain areas of your life. That's not going to be the case any longer. Okay. So fully embrace these new beginnings. Again, like I said, your energy is being very well received. I do see some type of accolades or some type of progression in your career. So again, it could be that someone is kind of molding you or keeping an eye out for you and for what you're capable of doing because they're thinking of you in higher position or a higher management type of position that may open up at the end. I want to say 3rd or 4th week of April. So again, a lot of growth, a lot of expansion here for you guys. Beautiful energy, Taurus. Welcome all those blessings. Absolutely. All right, moving on here. Let's see what is unfolding for Gemini. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is unfolding for Gemini? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of April 2025. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. The op of Melissa. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Here we go. Let's see what's going on with my Geminis. All right, here we go. We have the 10 of Swords, Temperance, 4 of Cups, the Knight of Wands, King of Cups, and King of Wands. Wow, 2 kings. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is, I was just thinking, boo-boo. I figured. I picked up on your energy, Melissa. So what I'm seeing here for you guys is, Gemini, you're ending certain cycles, and I feel like this has a lot to do with yourself. So what I mean by that, they're showing me that there is a possibility of a timeline shift. Now, when we do shifts, right? When we do timeline shifting, it can almost feel like you're going or experiencing this moment of chaos or this moment of endings, where it could be extremely like scary because you weren't expecting it. It almost feels like it comes out of nowhere. um so there's this panic energy that is connected to these endings. Again, like I said, they're showing me a timeline shifting that's happening, where you should have outgrown certain people or certain situations or even certain behaviors, and you continue to not want to put in the work or not want to really challenge yourself and take it to the next level. So it's almost like the universe is stepping in and they're going to force you by ending certain connections. This could be major changes like career as well. You could be working at a company or at your workplace for like 5 years, and then out of nowhere you get cut off or the hours start to decline and you're like panicking because there's this feeling of uncertainty. But what spirit is telling you is you have to surrender to these changes because they're pushing you to your next timeline. It's time for you to take it to the next level. No more procrastination, no more sitting back, no more letting things just unfold. You have to make it happen, especially with the Knight of Wands here, the King of Cups, and the King of Wands. A lot of masculine energy we can see. So masculine energy is all about action. It's all about even taking self-accountability or self-responsibility. So again, if there is a feeling of things are not going my way, it's going to get better by the end of April, Gemini, but they are asking you to push it to the limit, basically to push yourself to the limit. Only through chaos and difficulty and strife can we really find out what we're really made of, right? If everything's going great and everything's dandy, and or life just keeps going the way it normally does and we're okay because we're not thinking of the future, we're just focusing on everyday type of thing, you're never going to see progress. You're never going to see growth and advancement. You have to push yourself. You have to want it. No one can come here and teach you how to want it. You either want it or you don't. And for a lot of you guys, you've already outgrown certain situations, certain circumstances. You've outgrown certain connections. And it's like the refusal to want to let go of those ties or break ties is what's keeping you stagnant. It's what's keeping you from progressing. It's what's keeping you, in essence, not expanding the way you should. So again, it may feel in the beginning of April like there is some type of panic that is connected to what you're experiencing. Just remind yourself that sometimes this is spirit's way of letting us know we have to get out of our own way. We have to take a step back, internalize everything that's happening because there's a lesson in that, and then make decisions based on that. And you got to move, stop procrastinating or stop waiting for things to unfold or to fall in your lap. You have to make it happen. Okay. All right, my lovelies. Wishing you guys the very best. Melissa, Geminis need to grow up. Oh, wow. I don't think all Geminis. You think it's all Geminis, Melissa? I've dealt with Geminis. Actually, I've dated a few Geminis. And let me tell you, one of my soulmate connections was a Gemini, actually. Yeah. It's all of it. Oh, no. Are you telling me that I like toxicity? I probably do. It's my dark side. All right, moving on here. Let's see what is unfolding just a little. Geminis are for life lessons. Oh, you know what? That's so funny. I've heard that before. That is so funny. I usually get along very well with signs that have a very bad reputation. I don't know if that speaks about me or speaks about them. But moving on here, let's see what is unfolding for Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see. I did too. Let's see what's unfolding for Cancers. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see what is unfolding for them for the month of April 2025. You guys, I know I keep saying that I'm going to be coming on here and doing lives, and I kid you not. I mean, one thing I do tell my clients all the time is if you know a witch and the witch is always busy, it means she's fucking great at what she does, right? So I just don't have the time, to sit on my ass and go live like many do. I wish I could. Oh my goodness. You know how to tame the chaotic energy. Oh, best believe I do. Yes, I do. I always love a challenge. That's what I was talking about, my dark side. Have you done Sagittarius? No, sweetheart, not yet. I'm going to write a book, Surviving a Gemini. Oh my God, that sounds like a very interesting title, Melissa. I would definitely get that book. All right, let's get it going here. All right, Cancer. We have the Seven of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Six of Cups, High Priestess, and the Magician. Wow, okay. So what I'm seeing here for a lot of you guys, that would be a bestseller. I agree. So what I'm seeing here, Cancer, is there is someone in the workplace that may reveal. Okay, so two things I'm being shown. One is there may be somebody in your workplace, Cancer, where you feel like you're very disliked by them, or like they're extremely critical or judgmental towards you. Um, and the reason for this is because they are trying the best they can to create some type of boundary there. And the reason for it is because secretly they have a thing for you. And I feel like this is going to come to a head in the end of April, maybe even beginning of May, where you guys are kind of forced to work together or work in some type of collaboration, some type of project where you start to feel the pull and the draw towards them, or vice versa. They start acting a little bit out of character because what I'm seeing is almost like you're surprised at them being so thoughtful and considerate, because maybe in the past you kind of seen them as like cruel or rude, or just very judgmental, like I said, very judgy. But I feel like the reason for this is because this person is actually interested in you. So there's revelations that are happening in the workplace for some of you guys. Now for others of you, you're going to be finding out that someone in your workplace or someone that you're very connected with, it could be like a coworker, someone that you think you're great and you guys are awesome, or you guys are friends or whatever. There's a revelation that's going to be coming out in the month of April where you're going to truly find out their true intentions. And I feel like they are almost getting the opportunity to kind of, I don't want to say throw you under the bus, but something's going to come up where they're going to be the first to say that it was you who did it, or like for the fault to basically the fault to fall on you. And you're going to be able to like kind of be forced to see them for who they really are. And I'm not going to lie, it's giving me very much the vibes of like the climb ladder, or the ladder climber, the one that steps on next to get whatever they want, that type of energy. So again, I would be very, very discreet in the workplace. And when I mean by discreet, protect your energy. It's okay to be, high and by type of thing when it comes to career and business. But I always tell everyone, don't be telling people your personal life, Cancer, because they can use that against you. They can use that against you. They can find out your weaknesses, and they can, essentially make you look bad in front of like higher ups, or sabotage, your work performance or whatever. So again, my advice is for the month of April, like try to keep your personal life private and try to keep it separate from your business and career. Because again, I see someone like being sneaky or being petty. If you have coworkers that you work with that follow you on social media, and you be posting your personal life, my advice is try to stay off of that in the month of April. If you don't want to block them, I would just block them. But if you don't, try to keep your personal life private and very separate from your business, because I feel like you don't want people to be putting your business out there, okay? All right, my lovelies. Moving on here. Let's see what is going on with Leo. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Spirit is going to punish me, and I'm going to end up with a Gemini. Melissa, you know what, girl? I'm going to tell you something, and this is something I tell my clients all the time. Never say never. Never say never, because you never know. And what if you happen to find a Gemini that is in his high vibration, that is very, very in tune and mature? You know what I mean? And then you're like, just because you're a Gemini, like, are you going to rebuke it just because it's a Gemini? What if it's the love of your life? What if it's your soulmate? I'll go as far as, what if it's your twin flame? A lot of people talk about twin flames, and I've always spoken about this. It's very fucking rare. So, but anyways, you never know. So never say never, Melissa. All right, let's see what's going on here with Leo. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You rebuke it, and it's the one you land, girl. Oh my goodness, that is so funny. All right, let's see what's going on with my Leos. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of April 2025. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Here we go, Leo. Let's see what is going on with you guys. You guys don't forget to like, share, all that stuff that, you know, YouTubers be telling you guys. I'm not really big on that. Clearly, I don't come on here live that often. All right, Leo. There is a lot of growth, a lot of expansion that is happening around you. This could be in your workplace. There could be a situation where there's almost like a new beginning or a restart. So for some of you guys, especially, I do want to get this message across. Those of you guys that recently have applied or are trying to get into like this career, this profession, or this position that you were really excited about and maybe didn't hear from them. I feel like Mercury retrograde was definitely affecting you guys in that aspect. But quickly, I want to say second week, even third week of April, you're going to be hearing back, and it's going to be almost like an offer or like a second type of interview, where in that interview you get immediate results, or they tell you that they are hiring you. So again, there's almost this feeling of like stagnation, or like things were moving as fast as they could. But I feel like astrologically wise, you were being affected. However, those blockages are being removed, and I see your financial stability coming in much more stronger as we progress in the month of April. And they're showing me even the summer months is going to be very beneficial for you in regards to career and finances. Now, not to say just for those of you guys that have applied. Sorry, I had to drink some water. What I'm seeing is anything that has to do with money. If you're expecting some type of settlement, if you were expecting some type of money to come in, it just hasn't came in as quickly as you would have wanted it. It's definitely coming in the month of April. Okay. So I see that happening for you guys, and it's coming rather quick. So there you go. All right. Moving on here. Give me 1 second, you guys. Sorry, you guys, if I went a bit mute. I'm just doing my powder here real quick. Your girl is trying to recover. Give me 1 second. I'm dying, you guys. That was a joke. We have this Mexican saying, mala hierba nunca muere. You guys let me know if you know what that means. All right, here we go. All right. Where was I? That was Leo, Virgo. Melissa, you've heard that, right? That's funny. Okay, here we go. Let's see what is unfolding for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, especially Gemini's. Oh my goodness. That is so funny. I'm going to be like so not surprised if the next person that comes into your life is a Gemini, only because of the dislike for them that you have. It's so funny. All right, let's see what's going on with Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of April 2025. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is unfolding for them, Spirit? What is coming through for Virgos? All right, I'm going to put them back in. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Here we go, Virgo. Let's see what's going on with you guys. All righty. All right, Virgo, we have the Devil card. Whoa. We have the Devil, the Sun, the Queen of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. All right, Virgo. I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be almost in your glow up era. I'm not just talking about April. I see this April, May, June, and even July, where you're going to be getting a lot of attention. You're going to be getting, like, a lot of people are going to be drawn to you, Virgo. And what I'm sensing here is for a lot of you guys, especially those of you guys that have been like really trying to find your person, right? Or you've been having issues stabilizing some type of connection here. I feel like in these summer months, you're going to be having so many options that I see you guys really like, I don't want to say entertaining everyone, but like you are just so open and receptive to the opportunities that are coming in that it's going to lead you to the right one. Because I feel like in the past, maybe you've been so fixated on, yes, I want commitment. Yes, I want a serious monogamous relationship, but you kind of tried to force it with people that just weren't for you. Whereas now you're getting more attention, you're getting more opportunities, more people are showing true interest in you that you're like, you know what, let's see where it goes. And the more you're not so connected with just one person, the more your energy is no longer in the fearful, stagnant energy of trying to force things. And because you're going with the flow, this is where the person is going to outshine everyone else that you're dealing with, Virgo. Now, for those of you guys that have been in a situation ship, because you have the Devil here and the Sun. For those of you guys that have been in a situation ship or it's been a bit difficult or nothing has really came from it, I feel like this person is making their decision in the month of April and they're coming in full throttle. They're no longer hesitating. They're going to make it clear what it is that they want and what they expect moving forward, Virgo. And for some of you guys, it might catch you off guard because you were definitely not expecting this, especially those of you guys that recently, when I say recently, I'm talking about like the past 7 days or the past 8 days, there's been some type of blockage in communication. So again, if you're dealing with a situationship, things came to a halt in Mercury retrograde, or you guys had a falling out, or you guys are in no contact, no communication, they're coming in the month of April and they're making it clear that they want something with you and that they want a relationship. So the ball will be in your court, Virgo. And I am not surprised, Virgo. Why? Because we have the nodes in your sign and in the sign of Pisces, North Node in Pisces, South Node in your sign, Virgo. So a lot of transformation happening there. My advice is whenever we're dealing with the South Nodes are always letting go of certain traits or certain habits or certain behaviors from the past so that it can align to our going to our North Star, right? Going towards our North Node. So, which is predestined and destiny and flowing with the universe and being on the path that you're meant to be on. So, again, a lot of situationships that are confusing or that are a bit maybe toxic are coming to an end. And in that, you're also getting the clarity in regards to how to proceed moving forward. So, just keep that in mind, Virgo. All right, moving on here. Let's see what is going on with Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of April 2025. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see what is unfolding for Libras out there. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Here we go, Libra. Let's see what you can expect for this month. All right, we have the Knight of Cups, Page of Swords, Queen of Cups, the Ace of Cups, Seven of Cups, and the 10 of Wands. Libra, there is a bit of frustration. I think that you guys, for a lot of you guys, you're going to be dealing with situations that have to do with relationships and partnerships, where at this point, it's very confusing. For some of you guys, you're having a lot of misunderstandings, miscommunication. Could be that Mercury retrograde was affecting greatly your sense of communication. However, I feel like you're coming to the realization in the month of April, Libra, that you're better off. It's almost like this connection or this person that you've been dealing with has just become a burden to you. It's like you're not able to focus in your career. You're not able to focus in your goals and aspirations because either this person is so difficult to deal with or they make your life, very difficult that your whole emotions are tied to being consumed by this connection. So I see you guys kind of releasing yourselves from that. You're making the decision to basically think clearly and bring an end to a lot of confusion, a lot of hot and cold type of energy, or people just fucking around and playing with your emotions. I feel like you're putting your foot down this month and you're saying enough is enough. I know what I deserve. And if you can't give that to me, get the hell out of the door and let the person that is for me to walk in. You guys are ultimately, I feel like you guys are elevating your energy, but more than anything, I think that you guys are just tired. I see you guys exhausted. I'm not going to lie. It's almost like when you're dealing with someone and you go above and beyond because you're so wanting to make it happen, that the more you do for them or the more you try to do for them, the more difficult they become. And it's just an inconvenience at this point. So again, I see you guys making the decision to walk away from those connections that are no longer serving you or no longer working for you, Libra. Good luck with that, my loves. All right, moving on here. Let's see what is unfolding for Scorpio. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see what is coming towards Scorpio for the month of April 2025. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What is unfolding for Scorpios? What can they expect for the month of April 2025? Like I said, if you guys don't follow my Snapchat or TikTok, I highly encourage you guys to do so. Snapchat is more like my personal behind the scenes type of thing, what I'm up to. And my TikTok, I usually go on there and do lives for you guys. One free question reading, so you guys can go on there. All right, Scorpio, we have the Strength card, Seven of Pentacles, the Lovers, King of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. Wow. So Virgo, sorry, not Virgo, Scorpio. For some of you may be dealing with the Virgo. Scorpio, what I'm seeing here for you guys is there is almost this connection that is going to be extremely, extremely life-changing. Now, this doesn't have to be romantic, although I do see it romantically, but it doesn't have to be romantic. This could be a soulmate type of connection with someone that you meet, that you immediately have this connection. The chemistry is off the charts. It's almost like you guys can pick up on each other's words. You guys can read each other's minds types of energy. I feel like you guys are ascending, Scorpio. There is this transmutation that's happening around you, and I feel like it has more to do with you on a personal level. So you're changing your way of thinking or your views or even your perception when it comes to relationships and partnerships. There's almost this feeling of ascension. For a lot of you guys, you're getting a lot of spiritual downloads right now, and I would not be surprised if you guys are having like extremely psychic dreams where we would call them prophetic dreams, where you dream something and then 2-3 days later it happens. I would highly encourage you to pay attention to that because I feel like your higher self is trying to teach you or prepare you for something that's coming. And for a lot of you guys, it could be a soulmate type of connection. I do see this happening more so towards the month of August, but they are telling me that this ascension or this growth that's happening within you is from now all the way to the month of August. So again, you're going to be experiencing, and I'll be as direct as possible with this. if you've been okay with, like, as an example, dating casually, or let's say dating multiple people, or let's say like situationships, right? There's this feeling within you that you're going to be feeling like repulsed by that, or whenever you're done dealing with them, you're going to be like, your energy is going to be so drained. It's going to be so, and the reason for this is because you're being pushed, you're being propelled to raise your vibration. And sometimes when we are being physical with someone that is no strings attached, as an example, instead of them helping you, right, what they're actually doing is they're or lowering your frequency because they're feeding off of your energy. This is what we call energy vampires. So again, especially if you're dealing with people that have been with other people or that are being with other people, so be very cautious of that. If you start to feel, like I said, after dealing with, and it doesn't have to be physical, it could just be that you're dating someone and every time you're around them, when you get back home or when you are on your own, you feel like your energy has just become so depleted. There is a sign there, and that sign is you shouldn't be messing with that person, because that person is greatly affecting your energy, Scorpio. So be mindful of that, okay? All right, my loves, moving on here. Let's see what's going on with Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of April 2025. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see what is unfolding for my Saggies out there. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of April 2025. Here we go, Saggy. Let's see what you can expect. All right, Sagittarius. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Five of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Seven of Wands, the Six of Cups. Okay, so you could be in no contact, or someone can be blocked, someone that you were dealing with or someone that you're emotionally invested in. You guys could have had some type of altercation or some type of misunderstanding. I don't want to say misunderstanding. I'm going to be honest. What's coming through is, if you've been trying to put the pressure on someone to want to settle or to want to make it official, um, I feel like this person knows that they're not ready to give you that commitment. They're just not making it obvious, or they're just not being honest about it. It's almost like they're kind of stringing you along. And I feel like recently, or you will be experiencing in the next coming days, this incredible pull to stand your ground and be like, you know what, if this is not going anywhere, fuck it, let's be done with it. And you may be very impulsive in that decision. I feel like it has something to do with some type of altercation or some type of disagreement where you just completely block them. And unfortunately, right, this is what I tell my clients, they always come back. Okay, they always come back. Not to say that you want them to come back, but they always come back. So, what I mean by this is, the moment they feel that rejection, or the moment they feel like you're creating boundaries or you're standing your ground, is the moment that they start to see you in a very different light. And they're like, hey, Sagittarius is not messing around. Damn, what do I do now to try to come back around and win them over? So again, if you've been dealing with that situation, I do see them making contact and I do see them reaching out to you, but it's only through you standing up for yourself, Sagittarius. Now, what I'm also seeing is, for others of you, this doesn't have to be relationships. This could be the people around you, the people that you're dealing with on an everyday basis. There may be some type of disagreement or some type of like not seeing eye to eye with someone, or not fully agreeing to what they're saying. And this person becomes so defensive, like they become so much in their ego that they see it as a personal attack. But through that, keep your grit about yourself, Sagittarius. What I mean by that is, don't let people get you out of character. And this is something I tell you guys all the time. When someone triggers you to the point that you react based on emotion, they won and you lost. You know what I mean? You got to be more methodical than that. Don't let people push you to the verge of like being so emotional that you start reacting based on emotion, because then people see that that's your weakness. So again, don't let people push your buttons, stand your ground, but also don't let them push you to the point of like flipping the shit. You know what I mean? Always keep your composure, always keep it together. If you need to walk away, walk away. Don't get physical, Saggy. um, but stand your ground. You know what I mean? Let them, it's okay for people to think that they don't know who you are until they rattle you. And if you got to speak up, then let your conviction about what you're speaking be so strong that it lets them know as a fair warning, you're not one to be crossed. You get me? All right, Sagittarius, wishing you guys the best. Don't let people trigger you is what's coming through. All right, moving on here. Let's see what's going on with Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see what is unfolding for Capricorns. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of April 2025. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You guys stay tuned as I'm going to be also uploading the video for the love readings just so I can get a head start. Alrighty, let's see. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Sarita, hello, love. Hey, sweetheart, how are you? All right, let's see. Capricorns, what's unfolding for Cappies? And you guys also stay tuned as I have tons of new readings going up. And I'm going to be dropping like a bunch of spells for you guys. Like a shitload. All right, Capricorn. All righty, here we go, Capricorn. We have the 10 of Wands, the Justice card, the Hierophant, the 9 of Wands, the 3 of Wands, and the 10 of Swords. Holy moly, guacamole, Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, I see you guys to the point where you've had it. You may have been dealing with a situation or something that you felt like it wasn't going anywhere at this point, and it's just become a burden to you. There could have been some blockage, some blocked of communication. So this could be the person you're dealing with, or this could have been you that recently blocked them. I see them really missing you, and I see them really looking towards their actions. Even if in the past you guys have had almost similar situations where you guys kind of cut communication, but then you guys came back together or you reconnected. I see that happening again. But this time, I feel like they really feel like you're done with them, Capricorn, or there's something within them that they understand. At this point, the only way we can continue or the only way we can move forward is progression. And the only way to progress it is to take it to the next level. So if you're dealing with an avoidant, if you were dealing with someone that is a commitment phobe, or if you were dealing with someone that just didn't want commitment or labels or anything like that, I feel like you cutting them off like cold turkey or blocking them really triggered them. And I feel like triggered them not in a negative way. It's not so much of their ego. It started off with their ego, right? Their ego being hurt. Like, I can't believe Capricorn blocked me. What the hell? But the more they start thinking about it, the more they're missing you and they're realizing truly what you mean to them. So I feel like it started off as an ego type of thing, but they're being forced to internalize and to really acknowledge the feelings that they've been promising up and down that they didn't have for you, Capricorn. So I do see that there is a reconnection. I do see them reaching out, and I do see them reaching out because they're wanting to provide or give some type of higher elevated type of commitment. Now, for those of you guys that recently did break up with someone and it like completely a breakup, let the distance do its thing. So stop looking at their social media, stop looking them up, stop texting them, stop reaching out, Capricorn. They're going to come crawling back. Like I said earlier, for another sign, they always come back. But this person is coming back because they are really, truly feeling your absence, Capricorn. It's very different to break up or have some type of separation, but you're still in contact with them. You're not allowing them to feel your absence because you're always there. So again, if you need to pull your energy back, pull it back, Capricorn, because I do see them reaching out. I do see them giving you the commitment that you deserve. But it is going to come at the cost of an ending. So again, if there is a separation or some type of recent ending that came about, let them be the one to look for you, Capricorn. All right, my lovelies. Moving on here. Let's see what's going on with Aquarius. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of April 2025. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see what is unfolding for my Aquarians out there. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. All right, here we go, Aquarius. Let's see what's going on with you guys. Aquarius. All right, we have the 9 of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, whoa, holy moly, guacamole. All right, Aquarius. With the Nine of Wands, I feel like you guys have been going through some type of difficulty, some type of strife. For some of you guys, even getting or feeling like you're at the point of giving up. And what they're showing me is that you're so fixated and focused in the current situation or in the current circumstance that you're not allowing the energies to flow more quickly to you, because I see a quick turnaround for you guys, especially in the third week of April. There is some type of manifestation, some type of celebration type of energy that is surrounding you, that is coming towards you, Aquarius. But it does come at like after have been feeling like you're about to give up on something, or you're just tired and exhausted, right? Um, for some of you guys, this could be financial stability coming in, and it's like a quick turnaround where you go from like really counting, the change to be able to pay for your gas to a windfall of money. This could be winning lotto. This could be striking, luck at the casino. There is like a complete turnaround of your situation, but you have to have faith, Aquarius. Now, for others of you, what I am seeing here is there's some type of celebration or some type of moving. It's almost like I see you guys constantly going up, right, climbing a mountain, but you keep feeling like you're being pushed down. And the more you try to, the more you try to climb it, the more you're getting to the point of like feeling like, okay, I'm done. It's almost like the universe keeps pushing me. It must not be for me. And I feel like this is something that I always speak about, especially in my podcast. If you guys follow me on there, I'm always speaking about the process of manifestation and how to know when a manifestation is about to come through. And when that manifestation is about to come through is when you feel like your whole life is shaken, or like shit is going for the bad. Like it turns for the worse before it gets better. And the reason for that is because you're being tested. Do you have faith in yourself? Do you have faith in what you're asking for? Do you feel, basically, it comes down to, do you feel that you deserve it? Because a lot of the times we feel like we don't. And then shit hits the fan, and then we're quick to retract or to feel like it's never going to happen. Or we go back to our old behavior and patterns that it prevents us from actually experiencing in the now, in real time, your manifestation. So, again, I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're going through this right now. There's almost like this awakening where you're being pushed to expand, to grow, but also to have faith. Not only have faith in the universe, but to have faith in yourself, Aquarius, because you're more than worthy and deserving of all the blessings that are coming your way. I mean, for crying out loud, you have the Wheel of Fortune and the Magician. That is striking luck. That is massive turnaround of a situation. And then you have the Four of Wands here with the Three of Cups, celebratory type of energy of patting your back, feeling like you are on top of the world, and the Six of Swords, being able to push through and move toward calmer waters, towards, stability. So again, if you feel like you're going through it right now, Aquarius, just know that the universe is doing you a solid right now. They're about to bless you, and you're not even going to know where it comes from. It's almost like it's going to come out of left field. You're going to be feeling very fulfilled, very grateful. And that's the energy that I always encourage you guys to be in, because that's where the blessings come in tenfold. All right, my lovelies, I'm wishing you the best. And finally, but not least, let's see what's going on with Pisces for the month of April 2025. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's see what is unfolding for Pisces. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the month of April 2025. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Here we go, Pisces. Let's see what's going on with you guys. All right, Pisces, you have the Seven of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the King of Cups, the Empress, the Two of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. Wow. Pisces, there may be a rude awakening that happens this month for you, especially those of you guys that are dealing with someone that either travels a lot, or a partner that commutes for work, or, like I said, someone that travels a lot. I feel like there is this, you've been feeling like something is off, or you've been feeling like there are certain things that your partner, the person you're dealing with, has been hiding. What's coming to mind is almost like a constant communication throughout the day, and then the next day they go ghost, or you don't hear from them, or crickets. And the reason for that is because they have been putting their energy or focus in another person. But I feel like this is something not recent. It's something that has been ongoing for quite a while, but it's coming to a halt this month. There's almost like, so for some of you guys, I'm going to be honest, it could be as not simplistic. It could be as to the point that the person they've been dealing with actually reaches out to you through social media. So this is getting a DM, this is getting a text, this is getting, some type of message or some type of communication. And this person may be very unaware of you, that they're asking you questions about this person. So again, I feel like this person has been double playing. They've been stepping out or dealing with other people, and you're realizing, or you're coming to that realization this month. And from making that, or from seeing that and seeing things unfold, I feel like you're making the decision to completely cut your losses at this point, Pisces. Now, I did mention with the Virgo reading, the nodes just recently changed, and they're going to be there for the next 2 years. So the north node is in your sign of Pisces, and the south node is in the sign of Virgo, which is the access points, right? And what does this mean for you, Pisces? This means that there's no longer illusions, there's no longer hopefulness. Whatever it is that you're being shown, you're seeing it, and you're taking it for what it is. And you're making decisions based off of that. Does it work for you? And if it doesn't, you're being pushed and propelled to stop carrying debt weight. So I see you guys making the decision of cutting off a person that may be drastic, like I said. And when I say drastic, the Empress usually indicates to me like a long commitment or a marriage. So for some of you guys, it could be that you're married. For others of you, it could be that, you know, you've been girlfriend, boyfriend for a very long time or whatnot. And out of nowhere, this person reaches out to you, or you find out, or somehow some type of communication comes in where they're telling you what your person has been doing behind the scenes. And I feel like there's a disappointment there, but it also, I feel like it was the fire that needed to be light or lit under your ass, so that you can get up and decide, I'm no longer procrastinating, or I'm no longer being sitting here comfortably. I know what I need to do, and I don't want to be carrying any more debt weight. I don't want to be, missing blessings because it wasn't convenient for that person. Like, there's a lot of sacrificing happening in this relationship, and I feel like you're no longer sacrificing. This is going to be the rude awakening that pushes you and propels you to choose yourself and to think what's best for you, Pisces. Okay. All right, my lovelies. I hope that this gives you guys some insight. I want to wish you guys all the very best. Thank you guys for joining. I know I didn't announce it anywhere. It was very spontaneous. I will try to come on here more often and do more lives for you. Like I said, if you guys don't follow me on Snapchat or TikTok, find all of those links on my description box below. You'll be able to find that, and you'll be able to connect with me much more easier there. I want to wish you guys all the very best, and I will see you guys soon. All right. Have a beautiful day. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.